forward. I know that my Maple Leaf fans not come to media game availability. I'm not gonna take you to their press conference right now before their game tomorrow night in Ottawa, the Battle of Ontario.
Austin, what's been your perspective on how Anthony Stolarz has kind of handled things? He was playing so well, goes down with the injury now. Looks like he's getting close to a return.
Yeah, it's been great to see him. Getting on the ice obviously today with the team. So he's been playing unbelievable for us. It's been good to see him around the rink. He's in good spirits. Seems like it's everything's been progressing well. So obviously you just want that positive progress for him. And I don't know what his timetable looks like, but it's good to see him in practice today.
How do you feel Bobby can fill in beside you and Mitch, at least for the short term here?
Yeah, I mean, him and Nizier are similar. I mean, they're both really big bodies. They play that power forward game. He's going to be at the net. He hounds pucks. I think it's going to be, pretty easy transition. I mean, he's a good player. He's smart. He's been around for a little bit around this team. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity with him.
Domi on the power play unit there. How do you think that will impact things for you guys in that top unit?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with guys going down, guys got to fill in and fill in spots and stuff. But I mean, Max is a smart player. He can obviously sees the ice really well. He can put himself into good positions to not only shoot but to distribute the puck from the center of the ice there in the middle. And I think that's when you see them successful power plays, that bumper guy is a really important fixture involved in there. So I thought he was moving it really good today.
So Jacob Quillen could make his NHL debut tomorrow. What have you learned about him since he signed in April?
Yeah, he's a quieter guy around the room, but I mean, just you watch him play out there. He plays with a lot of intensity. He's got really good skill, and he works extremely hard. And he's been having a really good year down with the Marlies. And I was really impressed with him in camp this year. I just think he plays with a lot of energy. With his skill, he makes hard plays and he plays a hard game. So it's going to be good to see him get out there tomorrow.
What do you think of Mitch and Joe's singing talents at Kygo?
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, I don't know. I could only watch it once, so.
Does Mitch have a good voice? I think he's a karaoke fan.
Yeah, he's a good karaoke guy. I don't know about Wohler, how experienced he is in the karaoke department, but Mitchie can sing pretty good. He can dance pretty good. I could never do it, so you got to give him props for going out there. But yeah.
What sort of atmosphere are you expecting tomorrow? This has been a while since the Sens have been making a playoff push like they are right now.
Yeah, they're playing some good hockey right now, and it's always a fun atmosphere there. A lot of blue and white in the stands, so I expect it's going to be loud, it's going to be rowdy, it's going to be an intense game. Obviously, these points, especially against division teams, are very important. I think you look back on the season, these games obviously count a lot and they matter. So we expect them to be ready to play tomorrow, and we've got to be ready to play as well.
How pleased are you with where your game's been over the last 7 months stretch?
Yeah, like I said, it's been, I've been feeling good, so I think that's the most important part, obviously. You just want to keep it that way, keep progressing, keep, just getting better as the season goes along here, as we get later on in the season. Just want to, continue to feel good about our game and as a team and individually.
Does Ottawa have any special significance for you, given that's where you played your first NHL game? Does it still stick in your head?
It feels like a long time ago, I guess. It feels like yesterday as well, but like I said, it's always a fun atmosphere in there. There's a lot of, obviously, pride between the two hockey cities, hockey towns, but I think the same could go. You play Montreal, you play Boston, teams like that. These are big games, big points. So we got to be ready to go.
Just looking ahead to Monday, outdoor practice. What's that like? What's that experience like for you and the players?
It's a blast. It's a lot of fun. It's always a big turnout, and it's just fun to see the fans, a lot of kids that are skipping school and making their way out there and supporting the guys. It's always fun. I didn't really grow up playing on outdoor hockey, but I always enjoy the opportunity to get out there. It's always a blast.
So I gave him a helmet that we made. It's like, I don't know, it's in the bag somewhere. I have like his piano. He did a concert on Troll's Tongue, so I have it on my helmet. So we made like a Kygo helmet to give him, which is pretty sweet. I was really happy to meet him. And during that time, I think the manager, Mike, was asking if I wanted to go sing Stargaze. And I warned him, I'm not much of a singer. I can maybe play the piano or something for it, but singing was the only option. So, went up and we got Mitch to come up too. So I think it would have been a lot more nerve-wracking if it was just me up there. So Mitch maybe helped me out a bit.
What was it like? Like, you're used to high-pressure situations, but maybe not like that type of environment? Like, what was it like?
It was actually fine. Most nerve-wracking thing was like right when they asked me, I was like, I hope I know the words. So I made sure I knew the words, and it wasn't bad. It was good. I had Mitch up there with me, so I think it took kind of some of the nerves. We didn't know we were going to be up there the whole song, so that was maybe the most nerve-wracking. I gotta make sure I'm like jumping around and looking pumped on the stage. It was pretty fun.
What do you like about his music, the way he goes about things?
I love him. He's, I think what makes him special is, so I was explaining this yesterday a bit, like when I listen to music, there's certain music I listen to the words, and there's certain music I just listen to the sounds and the melodies, and Kygo's one that I really listen, and I love his melodies, and I think it's unbelievable how creative he is, and how much emotion he can write into his melodies, and that's something that's not easy, and I know I look up to him a ton in terms of music, so it was really amazing to meet him.
Just on the News of the Day front, what's it like to see Anthony Stolarz back out there? I mean, you can relate to what it's like to have to work your way back.
Yeah. It was great to have him out there. He looks good and feeling good, so excited to have him back.
What goes through your mind when you come in and you see your number beside 34 and 16?
Nothing really changes. Just trying to continue to play my game, continue to do what's been effective for me, and hopefully that supports the line and supports those guys, because obviously if they get the puck and I can compete and retrieve pucks, so they'll make plays.
What stands out about their chemistry?
Yeah, they play together so long. I think they know exactly where each other are on the ice at all times. Austin's so good at finding space to shoot the puck, and Mitch sees everything. He sees the ice so well and sees the game so well, so it makes it easy to play with those guys.
Do you see similarities between yourself and Mize? Anything you can take from seeing what he's done there this season?
Yeah, I think a little bit. I think there's some similarities in the way that we play a little more straight line, trying to get in first on the forecheck, things like that can bring a lot of energy to that line, and hopefully some sustained ozone time.
What goes through your mind when you see Joseph and Mitch up on the stage with Kygo?
A couple laughs and probably to work on the vocal cords a little bit.
Would you do something like that if you were an artist or anything like that, and they asked you to go on stage?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool honor to get out there. I think I would try and get up there. Heart would be racing a little bit. Wouldn't really have the vocal cords either, so I can't really trip too much. But yeah, it'd be cool.
Who is the best voice on the team?
It's hard to say anybody really. I think I don't even know if I can name one guy who's got the vocals.
Who's your dream duet if you had to go on stage with somebody?
Wow, that's a hard question.
CBC, we asked the tough ones.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think the Michael Jackson concerts back in the day were so cool. I think that would be somebody that if I could go back, that would be a concert that I would definitely go to.
What do you think Domi brings to that power play unit with him joining you guys today?
Just dynamic, ability to see the ice east-west, especially in the middle. You kind of got to be able to see everybody in the ice, support everybody, and he's such a good passer. That's a good spot for him.
What's the key for you in the net front role?
I think just trying to be get the goalie's eyes first and foremost. That's the biggest thing. We got shooters, we got guys that can see on both flanks there with Willie and Austin. So just trying to get the eyes and then maybe slide off to the back post a couple times to look for some backdoor plays.
This Ottawa team really competitive this season, trying to claw their way into the playoffs. What is your thought process heading into this matchup?
Just knowing that they're going to come hard, know that they're up for these games. It's an Ontario battle, so those games will always have a little more energy, and it'll be hard right from the get-go. So we got to have that composure and that compete right from the drop of the puck, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Looks like Jacob Thorne might make his NHL debut tomorrow. What have you learned about he signed?
I actually played with his brother at Colgate, and they have some similar tendencies. Been calling them both Q, which is fun. And I think he is a workhorse. He works so hard. I saw him here in the gym in the summer and how hard he works out and how hard he competes on the ice. I think that's just who he is, and I'm sure he'll bring that in the game.
What are the atmospheres like in these Ottawa games? There's always feels like a lot of blue in the crowd. Like, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to have the Leafs fans travel and be there. It helps with the energy for us at least, because obviously the Ottawa fans are pretty spirited when we're coming to town, so it definitely helps.
What do you think that Reeves fight the other night?
A couple big boys that know how to throw them. Not a mix that I would want to be in. That's on either side of it. I think they both did really well, and props to Revo for throwing them like that.
What was that bout like for you the other night?
It felt good. I don't know. It's obviously been a frustrating season for the fights, and didn't know how I was going to go, but felt like I was mid-season form with it. Technique felt good, punching felt good, and I don't know. I felt like a little bit of a weight off my shoulders, to be honest. I felt like I could play after that.
So you gave him a bit of a pat after. Just sort of describe the level of respect amongst guys like you and Matt who do that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's guys in this league that you show respect for. There's no reason he had to give me one there. When we squared off, he asked if I wanted him to take his visor off, which I don't know how he was going to do that, but it just shows the respect that he has. And so, when a guy gives you one like that, obviously I'll be willing to give him one when he needs it. And just a lot of respect for guys who do their job like that.
What I guess led to it? Did you just sense the building? What led to it?
A little bit of both. A little, first couple shifts weren't great, but also I really needed one, and just get the crowd into it, get the boys into it, get myself into it.
The guys talking about goals going to their legs. You mentioned that you felt like a weight off, like you had a great chance, like pretty soon after that. Like, how did it feel after the fight?
Honestly, I felt like that was probably my best game of the year. After had a lot of chances when our line was in the offensive zone for most of the game. Had 3 or 4 shots, so I felt great. Just felt like the whole season I've just been I'm here for a reason is to stick up for teammates and fight when we need it, and I haven't had one, and I think that's just kind of been weighing on me a little bit. So just to get that out of the way, I think helped me out a bit.
It's not. It was a case of the cracked opportunity not arising, right? It's hard to believe you hadn't had it since last April for you.
Well, we can go over the games. First 2 games I played against Jersey, McDermott didn't play. Last game I didn't play. Last time we played Olivier, he had a broken hand. He was playing with a broken hand. Delorier didn't play the last 2 games. So there just hasn't been a lot of opportunity. Sometimes it just works out like that. This has obviously been a longer stretch than normal, but it's just how it's been going.
Austin had said he wanted more energy from the crowd after the fight. Like, what did you sense after the fight?
I heard them chanting Revo during the fight, which was nice. This crowd can be good. Sometimes they don't have it, just like sometimes we don't have it. But we like when they bring the energy. I think we like to feed off of it for sure. I'm expecting a big game out of him next game
on Wednesday. What does it mean that Austin would say that? Like, he doesn't have to. He was clearly inspired by what you did.
Yeah, he's one guy I see the most fired up on the bench after when I rewatch him. So I obviously a lot of respect for him and the way he leads this team, and the things he says, how he sticks up for everybody.
Speaking of Austin, Bobby was saying a moment ago, he's starting to get that feel again, like he's going to score every night automatically. Are you seeing the same thing?
Oh yeah. Every time it's on his stick, I'm expecting it to go in now. Just like last year, where it was like he couldn't miss. Looked like he was playing a video game out there, and it looks like he's doing it again. So it's good to see.
Playing with a couple of kids tomorrow, including one who's likely to make his NHL debut.
Not my first time for sure. That seems to be how my career has gone. Especially when there's a lot of injuries. These guys get slotted in with me, so I just remind them who they're playing with, and not to do anything too crazy out there.
What were your thoughts about Joe and Mitch singing with Kygo last night?
Oh man, we already talked about Joe last. I'm gonna leave him alone today. I think we're gonna leave him alone on that one today.
You want to say anything about Mitch?
I think Mitchie was more just Joe's hype man, to be honest. Joe, huh?
Sorry, I was going to say, how much chirping has there been?
There's been a lot. There's been quite a bit. Most of it from me, to be honest. Yeah.
What's your best line?
Musically inclined, right?
He is. That's why I was surprised in the rhythm that came out of him there. But yeah, he he's great at the piano. I know he DJs a little bit. He makes music on the side. So hopefully he just doesn't get caught dancing to his music anymore.
What's the atmosphere like in Ottawa for these games?
Always fun. Obviously, two Ontario teams, rivals that don't like each other. That these games always seem to get heated. Obviously, a lot of Toronto fans like to travel down there, so kind of a split barn, which is always nice. Toronto fans usually travel pretty nicely, so expect it to be a fun game tomorrow.
What did you learn about Jacob Quillen since he's signed in the organizational?
Last one here.
I learned that he's going to be on my line tomorrow, and that he's going to be putting pucks in deep and not doing anything too crazy at the blue line. So that's what I learned.
What's the outlook for Matthew Nye?
Yeah, day-to-day upper body right now. Yeah, he went on the ice today for a little bit, but it's I don't know how long it'll be. Yeah, it's a tough one to tell right now.
How's that going for Greg? Do you know, or?
Well, it's fine, but he's obviously, we'll see. We got tomorrow's game, and then we'll see how he is tomorrow and kind of know from there.
Do you think Bobby's a natural fit in that role?
I do. It's a similar player, right? They are different in ways, but he's got great speed, and he's going to do this. He should be doing the same thing tonight as he did. Get in there in a forward check, create loose pucks, go to the net, all the work there, and he's done that throughout the season, and so it could be a good fit.
Stoller's on the ice again. Are you pleased with that?
Yeah, he's doing great. So it's very encouraging news, and he's out there moving around, going down, and stuff like that. So he's in a good spot right now.
What's your expectation for Quillen in his first inning?
Well, simplify, right? And he's got great speed, and he's a strong kid. Just, use your abilities. Like, you're skating and be simple with the puck, but, he can disrupt things with his speed and his body.
Do you have a clearer timeline for Stolarz when it comes to when he might be ready to play?
If you're in Canada and have over $10,000 of debt, payday loans, credit cards, and lines of credit that you can't pay off.
Yeah, not really. We're gonna have to see him more and get him in full practices, but again, he's doing well, and he's in a good spot right now. Probably, maybe a little ahead of schedule. I'm not sure exactly on that, but I don't think it's going to be a whole lot longer.
You've had injuries up front, but you've stuck with the five forwards on the power play. What have you liked about that?
Yeah, just they've been producing. Obviously, not last game. I think there was opportunities last game that we could have shot a little bit more, and we didn't. But just how Mitch is moving up top and getting it to 34 and 88, shooting pucks, and we got bodies at the net. Max looked good in the bumper today. I thought he did a good job there today in the bumper. So he's a guy that, he can use his shot in there, and I want Max around the net too. He has the ability to score some goals around there. So I think that's a good spot for him, and he's got to understand that when there's shots taken, get to the net and find some loose pucks and rebounds and things.
How do you take advantage of an Ottawa team that can't put the puck in the net right now?
I think going into this game, we got to be emotionally invested in the game. That's the biggest thing for me. They're going to be emotionally invested for sure, and they're a good team. They come hard, and they got good young players. It's going to be a hard game, so we're going to have to work and check and do our job. Last time they're in this building, they took advantage of us. So we got to be emotionally invested in the game and get to our game as quickly as possible in that building.
There's usually a split kind of the fans in that building. What's that do for the road team when
Yeah,
there's...
no, there's a split in a lot of buildings, I'm finding out. I mean, like Montreal the other night, similar game, in my opinion. You know, we got a lot of fans there that are going to be cheering for us, and we got to give them something to cheer about.
Bobby McMahon was saying that Austin looks like he's back to that point where it almost looks like he's going to score automatically every game. What have you seen out of his
Speed.
game? Yeah.
Like his, you know, I just see the speed and how the pace of the game he's playing with. You know, he looks like he's really healthy and, you know, strong on pucks, physical, winning battles, and obviously using his shot. But it's the speed and the pace he's playing at for me that I notice the most.
Is that higher than what it was earlier in the year from your standpoint?
Well, I think I'm thinking back to camp and at the start. That's what I see right now.
It felt like in that last game it was a pretty even split between the two power play units. Was that just something that was the way the game went, or were you trying to kind of create some competition there?
You know, they had a minute and I didn't see enough going on. So, you know, if listen, they're getting out some great chances and it's going well, I'll keep them out there. But, you know, it's got to be earned.
Do you have any coaches' critiques on Mitch and Joe's singing ability with Kyger last night?
Not very good. We showed it to the team, so, I mean, they saw it firsthand. Stick to playing a piano.
Honestly, I'm sick of seeing all these online business gurus tell you how you're going to get rich overnight with virtually no effort by just buying their program. Truth is, it's